Yeah.
Tokyo Manji Gang better make sure that they're making him nice and comfy, because I feel like a couple of teams could have their eyes set on him. I do also want to point out that the plane path did go over the canal right next to Military Island. I didn't see it connect too much with the land, yeah, so I would say just assume the fact that we're going to see this going to the north and the island itself.
Pretty chill circle, honestly. Nothing. It's just very open at this stage, right? But I think, again, with their spread, it's not bad.
Okay, so Purdy's going to watch these go. Down, take the shot.
Camp from LG. Can they actually get something?
Oh, there we go. An exchange back.
Oh my God, they get everything.
Luke 12, and Pizza goes down as well.
That's two for Hey Donix.
This was a messy fight for both of them, so let's see how this is going to line together. Donix is down that hillside. You can see Alo's trying to see if he can spot him out. Does manage to get it, and now should be able to get the rest.
I mean, pretty successful, all things considered, right? They had 2 knocked, but they didn't lose anyone. And I mean, they sprung that trap really quickly. And Hey Donix, with a heroic effort,
making the run by, hearing the fact that there is a firefight going on. Soniqs also on the opposite side of that fight that we were looking at a second ago with Immaculate and Mercy. Everybody is trying to get involved in what's going to be going on. SCG now coming by, going to knock down Sneak Attack, and now Sneak Attack, who are doing such a great job on the wild, are finding themselves just outnumbered. There's just so many teams around. Neverhorde jumps into this one, and it's just an absolute bloodbath back behind this one. Wildcard, here's what's going to be going on, and this is now assaulting back behind the Immaculate side of this, so they're not even safe.
Wow, this is an absolute mess. I thought maybe SCG was going to try to go up top to Everest. They had scouted it. No one had really been up there, but I guess they didn't see. They decided to go for the third party, but they came in the backside and they immediately got 2 knocked. Luckily for them, they were able to take out 1 Mercy member, though, Matt, and this is actually centered up on Everest.
Oh, I love this coming out from the last member from Mercy, sneaking away, realizing the push was going to be coming, moved back into that area. Got to be careful because it looks like Neverhore has already sniffed out what's going to be going on. Adam does have a back angle that he's playing on this and might be drawing some of the aggression away. Yep, no, he's going to go down anyway. It was a 1-2 punch between both teams to go ahead and finish him out.
Yep, it was. Wildcard, though, very smartly wrapping around towards the hill so they can kind of get around it and case the team of SCG, and now SCG has to respond, but they're all sitting in the same building, and this is rough. This is very rough.
Wildcard just doing wildcard things. Nice throw from Waikikamukow. Is it going to open up the breach, or are they just going to continue to harass? Going to go ahead and follow it in, throw the Molotovs off, and that was pretty close. Got to make sure you don't hit your teammate in the back of the head. Great shot looking through, but let's not forget Soniqs are using this opportunity to just go ahead and bypass everything that's happening here, and now working their way up on top of Everest. Peek onto the side of it, Waikikamukow looking in, and it's going to be fights now happening everywhere. Within about 300 meters of this location.
Yep, literally everywhere. And now Wildcard, again, they're not necessarily pressed to end this that quickly because they're edge. They can start their way up the mountain knowing their back is clear. But the longer they take, a team like Soniqs, we actually see Shrimzy already on the backside just trying to third party. And that's it. Wildcard has wiped SCG, but now Shrimzy has the information on the backside of that. And he's going to back it up. This is a wonderful circle for Soniqs or any team that would essentially hold from their position. ADR, it's a little more frustrating because they have to sit in the middle and try to hold the East. And the East is, I mean, let's be honest, Matt, the East is where most of those teams are going to try to come up, right? And so unless they go for like some weird South wrap. And so, yeah, ADR just has to be really conscious of when they fight and be really conscious of when they do fight. They'll probably get third party from either side.
We do see the fact that Abstract has already gone down. Don't insult any team for trying to navigate this circle, but Tokyo Manji Gang Zealot's going to find Balefrost as he was going for a lineup of his own. Oh, another line. He's got that rock that is covering him so well. Easy peeks coming out that one.
For sure he had that.
I thought so too. He's got to be careful now as he does have LMI Bad that is down around back behind him. So he is pretty much on his own isolated island. Once this kill point, my God, that nade almost took him down.
Man, that's so unfortunate. Zealot almost had that second knock, and that's really what he needed to survive. I'm not quite... Yeah, he's going to get knocked to the blue. Still a hell of an effort.
Right as soon as they get the res on the other side of this, Colton, they do have now the high ground and the inside track onto it. LG says, screw all of that. We're just going to go try to bypass it, and they're making a mad dash straight at Everest. It's going to be Soniqs that are shooting down into him, but they did a great job on navigating the shots in between. Colton is going to go down back with Yoho, and they're just going to come rolling in. Jumps out, hell am I bad? That was aggressive. I see the premise in it, but man, that was...
What an actual hold from Yahoo, honestly, Matt. That was nice. That was very impressive, especially because it started with Zealot getting a pretty clean knock, almost a double there. They were able to hold that edge. Beautiful stuff.
I mean, this is just a complete mess. I do want to point out when LG made the shift into this one, they did lose Purdy. He went down. And guess what? Yo, they seem like they have the exact same idea. They're coming in just a little bit higher back behind them. Gonna jump out, and Penta gets an instant drop onto Punich. That was red. Grenades are gonna come through. Sparking already takes a ton of damage, and it's gonna be Shinboy running up, just trying to get into cover.
It's just Shinboy now. And this is such an awkward place to fight. So honestly, big kudos to Luminosity for being able to hold this, especially because they're on the lower part of this. They have the low ground.
I mean, that was just beautifully defended up from the
Shinboy,
lineup
though,
into the nades.
I was gonna say he could still make something happen, but it was Hustlers Academy, I believe. Yeah, from all the way downtown. Yeah, it's just Everest. You either play Everest, the base of Everest, or you're dead. It's kind of your only choices here.
Oh, wild card in that sneak in. Oh, and wait, we don't even get to talk about that because we have TTG that is trying to come into this. Multiple members now down for LG. It is just Luke 12 looking off into the distance, seeing if he can get some more knocks, and he has a toy that can provide it. Issue is look at that mini map and how many people are coming after him. The smokes are the only thing that's providing cover, but that means that he can't see out either.
He really can't. I mean, we saw he tried to go up and potentially get a shot off, but I mean, he's just getting pelted from every single direction. Unfortunately, as well, Penta and Alo have both gone down. But at the very least, I mean, Luke can sit here for a bit. He's on the edge. He's not technically going to get pushed because there's two other teams that could potentially gatekeep for him. So he has to make sure he just doesn't go down at range. That's going to be Luke's biggest danger here, is potentially going down at range.
And with that, I mean, we're starting to see Hustlers Academy having to move in. They're being shot from everywhere, while Luke is as well. And our high ground teams are just loving it. I want to point out, while this is going on, Wildcard is creeping up on top of Everest. You can see it's YKick and Mukau has managed to crest up there. Soniqs very caught up and just trying to feast on everything they see around them. At 5 kills already, make that 6, and
Soniqs is
quite a few more.
Farming damage, I'm sure. I mean, they've probably gotten some knocks here or there as well that we can't really see or we missed. And I'm sure they've done an absolute just nightmare amount of damage on some of these teams, and they're continuing to do so. And again, this position, the way that they came up the mountain, and right when that circle closed, I mean, it was basically the best position, and Soniqs took it.
Okay, so we're at phase 6. We're already down to our final 4. This just happens sometimes, is now Soniqs are going to go fishing with dynamite and just dropping nades on top of everybody. The circle did shift to the east away from them, but they've got the tools to just continue to wreck what's going on around them. Wildcard is making the assault up, and looks like they are going to regroup with YKick and Mukau. That means that it could be danger for ADR in a while, but let's be honest, TTG on the bottom of this hillside is the one that's going to feel the most pain.
Yep, TTG is all but getting hunted now and eliminated. Soniqs want to get rid of this last member so they can either just use this side to push or just know that it's completely clear. And yeah, I mean, this is a wonderful play.
Greg
and
Shot
they should be able to
ADR.
pull it off. Yeah, ADR actually losing 2. Greg Shot, you're right. Wildcard pushed up on that mountain late. ADR's been here kind of on the side, and Wildcard is taking the benefit or the better part of this fight.
I love the way that this is lined up. Soniqs, multiple members down, but left Tig up on top of this hillside and is now harassing, going to start laying into what's going on into this ADR Wildcard fight. Wildcard had the aggression, and they had the advantage right until Tig showed up, and that's going to provide enough of a distraction now for the rest of his team to regroup and climb back up the hillside. This is just continually being a Sonic show. This is getting hard to manage between everything that's going on. And I would be surprised if it slows down to some degree. Wildcard doesn't want to let the eastern part of this slow down, but Soniqs have no need to over-aggress. And Greta gets a drop on YKick and Mukau. This is making it more of a survival situation coming up from ADR, but it's going to be Nikos on the side. Now it is just down to Dylan, multiple members for Wildcard. But guess what? With those exchange of knots, that means that Soniqs are now on a full charge this direction and are trying to make sure that they can mop this up before anybody gets a chance. Dylan, if he holds out long enough, might be providing some benefit for Soniqs, but already going to go down. Wildcard is just surrendering more and more territory as Soniqs have managed to get control over the top and the center, and I'm now looking down into Wildcard.
And that's going to be a bleed out there for Kikamuka. I don't think they could have gotten him up. And that was a hell of a knock coming out of Greta. She did not let up at all, and because of that, Soniqs in a 4-on-2. I mean, it's not over yet. Adam found a knock, and especially with his underneath flank, if Mime is not careful, Nikos could definitely turn this around.
This has got to be careful right now. Tickleton's going to go ahead and throw this one through. Adam gets away, but still takes a massive amount of damage. Adam's still been down back behind them. Are we going to see the read come in? Oh, that nade is going to bounce away, but the pan was going to come over with a distraction. Mine is going to get the angle into Adam. Now it is just Nico's up, trying to flank behind, get some damage in. Position revealed. He did put in some work, but both of these teams are going to be feeling great with the kill count, the position, regardless of how this ends up. But Nikos wants to go for this win. It's not going to matter at the end of the day. Soniqs continue their massive chicken dinner streak so far with another 13 kills.
I pray my dick get big as the Apple Tower, so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Goddamn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on cloud